which includes both training as well as working with the companies. Like earlier, I started my journey as an offensive security specialist, जिसमें I have worked on to many pen testing projects. फिर उसके बाद I shifted to purple team. साइबर सिक्योरिटी में हम जब जॉब्स की बात करते हैं तो लाइक मीन्स वी हैव कलर टीम्स, वी हैव रेड टीम, ब्लू टीम, पर्पल टीम। तो रेड टीम में हमारे पास मतलब वो लोग होते हैं हु आर वर्किंग एट ऑफेंसिव साइड। वी हैव हैकर्स, वी हैव पेन टेस्टर्स जो कि सिस्टम में बग्स फाइंड करते हैं, वीकनेसेस निकालते हैं, एंड दे विल बी हेल्पिंग कंपनीज इन बिकमिंग मोर सिक्योर। ओके, सो जो आपके जो हैकर्स होते हैं, पेन टेस्टर्स होते हैं, वो आपके रेड टीम का पार्ट होते हैं। एंड ब्लू टीम में आपके वो लोग होते हैं जो कि डिफेंस वाले डोमेन में होते हैं। लेट्स से कोई मलिशियस आईपीज आ रही हैं, दे विल बी वर्किंग ऑन टू।
Hi, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt you. Could you speak to English, please? We don't have about the Hindi. A lot of person don't know Hindi.
ओके, yeah, sure. Like earlier sir told me that crowd is a mixed type, so I thought Hindi will be okay. It's okay, I will talk in English, no problem.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I was explaining you about the color teams in cybersecurity. Like whenever we are starting career into cybersec, we will either be starting as a red team person or a blue team person or somebody into GRC. Okay. So I have been a purple teamer where I got opportunity to work in both the fields, in hacking domain also, in defense field as well. All right. Okay. So okay, so how many of you are here who wants to learn hacking and who wants to make their career into offensive side? Please raise your hands. Yes. Okay, so we have one person. All right. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. All right. So now see, in cybersecurity, if you are working for a red team, you have to be well versed with VAPT, network pen testing, application security. So these things you need to know. And in blue team, we have the people who are working on to SIEM tools. They are working on to firewalls. They are working on to vulnerability management. Right now, see, now we don't have just these two domains. We have purple team also. So in purple team, we have a person who is working in both the domains. According to client requirements, sometimes a purple teamer is working on to red team projects, sometimes he's working on to blue team projects, and he's also working into forensics. Okay, so a purple teamer is a multitasker who is doing everything according to the client's requirements. All right. So yeah, now we have the third domain as governance, risk, and compliance. So there may be a lot of people who might not be very much interested into technical domains. So for them, GRC can be a good start. Okay, so in GRC, we have people who are working in compliance domain. They are doing auditing. They are working on the configuration management, and these are some of the job profiles which which you can go for if you are learning GRC. Okay. Um okay. ठीक है. So now I am coming on to my presentation. Okay. Yeah. All right. And here, like with networkings, for this master's program, we will be teaching you CEH also, CompTIA, CompTIA CYSA plus, which is for the defensive domain. And we will also be learning CompTIA Pentest plus. And for all these three courses, I will be your trainer. ठीक है, तो हम इसमें CHP सीखेंगे. वी विल बी लर्निंग अबाउट द डिफेंसिव डोमेन ऑल्सो, जिसमें हम सीम टूल पर काम करना सीखेंगे. वी विल लर्न लाइक हाउ द SOC एनालिस्ट इज वर्किंग इन द कंपनी, बिकॉज सी these days job market is very volatile, so we need to have all the skills जो कि हमें साइबर सिक्योरिटी जॉब में हेल्पफुल रहेगी. Alright. Okay. So till here, if you have any questions, you can just let me know. like what happens in CH, what is blue team, what is purple team. If any questions आप लोग पूछ सकते हो मुझसे.
Yes, ma'am. Could you please
Yeah.
explain more about the purple team?
Okay. All right. See. So the
Madam,
purple.
and one more thing, sorry to disturb you. What kind of students is eligible for this cyber security profile? Since I am into the IT, but not into the technical domain, I'm into the
Oh,
project management of kind of thing. Am I
mhm.
eligible for this course, and what should I have any technical background to learn this course?
Yeah.
To
See,
switch
you are
from
also eligible.
non-technical to the technical.
Yeah. See, so let me explain this. Cybersecurity is the domain which welcomes everyone. Okay. And we start from CH. CH is for absolute beginners. Now, let's say if you have no background in cybersecurity or no background into computer science, then CH will be getting. So the CH will help you in learning the foundations. तो हम CH में सीखते हैं कि cyber security है क्या. We also learn basic core principles of cybersecurity. We learn about tools, we learn about techniques, we learn about a lot of concepts. And CH is like a thali, okay, which will give you flavor of a lot of domains in cybersec. And then you have to pick any one and get your expertise into that. So that's why we have kept CH as the first course because CH will clear your foundations. Okay, you will come to know what happens in cloud security, what happens in IoT security, what happens in blue team, what happens in red team. So CH will give you a lot of information on that. So now can you see? So we are starting from the very basics. We will learn about gathering information, scanning network. So this will be starting from level 0. All right. And once we will finish CH, then we will be learning about the defensive domain, that is CompTIA CYSA Plus course. And that will help you in getting knowledge of the defensive domains. Like what SIEM tools companies are using, how we are doing log management, how we are doing like how we are fine tuning SIEM tools. तो ये सारी चीजें from zero level we will be learning. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, sure. So, sir will be sharing PPT with you also, so you don't worry for that. Yeah. And the CYSA Plus will give you the holistic understanding like what a SOC analyst or a defensive person does in the industry, like how they are managing threats, how they are managing incidents, what happens in network reconnaissance. And here we will also be we will be deep diving into SIEM tools, EDRs. We learn about source. So whatsoever things are relevant for the industry, that thing also we shall be covering. Okay. Yeah, because because these things are really important for everyone to know. All right. Fine then. I guess then we have CompTIA Pentest Plus, which is entirely a red team certificate, which will give you the holistic understanding of pen testing. Because what happens is we have two terminologies, VAPT. VA is vulnerability assessment, where we learn कि vulnerabilities को find कैसे करना है. And in pen testing, we work on to exploitation. Now, let's say you have found the problem. How will you exploit that? Okay. So these things we will be covering. All right. Okay. So now, if you have any questions from these domains, you can ask me. If no, then I am moving on with my presentation on today's topic. Any questions? So I have 57 participants, and you all might have some questions. That's why you have joined today. So you can ask me your questions if you have any.
What is the difference between CES-12 and CES-13?
Okay. Like see, CHV-12, actually the difference is only of certain topics. In CHV-13, we have some more topics. Let's say we have zero trust architecture. We have a lot of defense related, like basic things we have. Moreover, the approach is a bit different. The rest, everything is same. Okay. In CHV-13, we have some additional modules which are integrated. So that PPT I shall be sharing with you. All right.
Okay,
Because there are
thanks.
some major topics. Yeah. Okay. So now let's
How?
come.
One question, please.
Yes.
How is it different from firewall security domain?
Means, can you please repeat again? I'm not getting
Okay.
your question.
Basically, how is it different from firewall security?
So guys,
Like,
basically,
Firewall?
let's take an example. I'm working in a network and I'm working on firewalls, and later on I'm planning, because most of the network engineer, either they are working in cloud, like in security or in the network, their end goal is to move in cloud or cyber security, because these two is future. So example, I'm working as a network engineer or network security engineer, or I'm managing any of the firewall. To see the logs and all, I need to know I need to know the basic understanding of network. So firewall is mandatory. If in case I'll go for the red team or blue teams, because I need to, as in blue team or as in red team, I need to see the logs from where the attacks is coming, so that particular logs, packets and all, I can see it on the firewalls. That's the background basically.
thank you.
Yep. Yes, yeah,
Now,
continue.
in that case, the person who wants to join the cyber security, they should have knowledge onto this CCNA or CCNP.
Very basic. The very basic knowledge is required, because I'll tell you, this is a foundation program for cyber security where we are dealing with CH, Pentest, and CYSA. Now there are very advanced courses also there, that like a CrowdStrike and all, which is relevant to the network, where you need a pure technical knowledge to cover these three things. It's very easy, like with the help of these three things, it's very easy to enter in cyber security, not on very expert level, not on a very lower level, on the middle level, because this is a prerequisite. In the same way, let's say example, I'm working on firewalls, so my prerequisite is I need to learn CCN and CCNP, right? In the same way, if in case, let's say again, like after 5 years I'm planning to go in cyber security, I need to crack CSSP and all, then I need to know about these things, nothing else.
Okay, I have a question. Okay, it's a normal question only. What is the difference between the network security and the cyber security? How it has been differ from two things are very different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
good.
like to take your doubt.
Hmm.
See, cybersecurity is very big. Okay. It's a
Mhm,
superset. We have one subset as network security. It is
mhm.
one of the domain in cybersec. In
Okay,
cybersec, we have application security also. We have endpoint security also. We have network security as one of the subset in cybersec.
okay. Inside the so that cyber security is the main thing. These are all the
Yes.
endpoint. There is network security, and then these are all the subdomains, right?
Yes.
Yes, and
Okay.
So
even now
cyber,
you can see, like in Palo Alto itself, now they are coming with the cyber security solution in built in for in firewalls itself.
Hmm.
Yes,
Means in cyber security, we are covering all 7 layers.
yes.
yeah,
Okay.
see, so this is how the CH program is designed. Like this will give you knowledge of all the domains. All right.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
So, what's the difference between this cybersecurity and Siemens SOC solutions, which we.
Yeah. Okay. So let me take you to my whiteboard. I guess there you can understand better.
Hmm.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Um. All right. So we have cybersec. Okay. Now in the cybersecurity, we have mainly three domains: red team, we have blue team, and we have GRC. We have one purple team, which is the intersection of red team and blue team. All right. Sometimes purple teamer is working with GRC people also, where we are working on to configuration management and auditing. So a purple teamer is like a multitasker. Now you are asking Siemens SOC, right? Siemens SOC will come under blue team. So the PPT which I showed you earlier, where in the blue team, uh, yeah, where in the blue team we had a lot of domains. Can you see this defensive domain?
Hmm.
So yeah, so they are the job profiles which are in the blue team. You can be a SOC analyst, security analyst, cybersec engineer, forensic analyst, SOC manager, compliance analyst, SIEM administrator. So cybersecurity is a big superset. We have mainly three divisions: red team, blue team, GRC. Okay. Purple team is intersection of every domain. And then in the blue team, we have the SOC person. We have a person who is working on the firewall. We have mainly network sec people in the blue team domain. In the
Okay.
red team, we have pen testers, we have exploit developers, we have the people working in the red team. So red team is not just VAPT. Like when I was working, I have worked on many red team projects. We even do social engineering. We try to gather our clients' information. We do a lot of recon, and we even try to do wishing, which is phishing over calls. So it is entirely a different domain. But mainly there are only three classifications: red team, blue team, and GRC. Have you understood? So the threat hunters, people working at incident response, working on to infra protection, they are the blue teamers. Any
Got it.
questions?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So now for today, this is our main objective. We will be learning like what is cybersecurity. We shall be seeing the domains in cybersec. What is ethical hacking? Types of hackers, pillars of cybersecurity, ethical hacking phases. Then we will be coming on to footprinting, techniques of footprinting, OSINT framework, Shodan, Multigo, and Recon NG. So these things are the objective for a day one, and we will be proceeding with the basics. So now this cybersecurity, you all know that it's a
Yeah.
process.
One more
Yeah.
question. I don't know if you have explained this or not. So my question is, are we going to do this course as in view of job seeking? I mean, how people work when they get job, or are we going to look for a certification aspect?
Yeah. So okay. So all right. See, whatever things I will be telling you, they will be job relevant. Okay,
Okay.
because I have worked with a lot of clients till now, with a lot of companies, and these basic concepts are applied everywhere. So, like with every concept, I shall be trying to integrate real life examples also, like how we used to do that in our company.
Okay.
Okay, so with every tool, we shall be learning that. For example, if we are working on to Recon, so like see, Recon is the first phase of ethical hacking methodology where we try to gather information of the victim or
Mm-hmm.
information of the target. So now when we were working as purple teamers, like how we did Recon activities, right?
Okay.
So whatever we will be learning, I will integrate that with the syllabus also because I'm a CH master, and I will also be integrating that with the real life experience which I have gained till now. Right? Yeah. All right. Okay. So now you can just see here, since you have asked this question earlier too, the domains in cybersec, so network sec, application security, information security, operational security, disaster recovery, they all will come under cybersecurity and mainly under those three domains: red team, blue team, and GRC. So keep that picture in mind. So we can just see, so it's a red teamer, blue teamer, purple teamer, and we have the GRC professional. Okay. And this is how, and our program is designed in such a way that we'll be seeing CHV-13, then CompTIA CYSA plus, means basic foundations, blue team, red team, and you will, and its main objective is to make you a purple teamer because let's say if you're applying for a red team job or a blue team job, then the knowledge will be helpful for you. All right. Okay. So now before seeing ethical hacking, let's see what is hacking. Okay. So hacking is a process in which a person who is a hacker tries to get unauthorized access of the system. the access is unauthorized. This means the person is not having permission to do that thing. Okay, so that is hacking. When that hacking is done for a good cause, when the companies are aware of it, and when the hacker is having the permission, then it is ethical hacking. So here we have and we generally call ethical hackers as white hat hackers. So white hat hacker is a person who is doing hacking to make organizations defense system more stronger. Because see, cybersecurity is not what like which we can see. Cybersecurity is that which we can't see. For example, let's say you have a site. Okay, for example, that is of LinkedIn. That site is having a very good interface. So just by seeing the site's interface and by interacting with the site, we can't tell that if it's vulnerable or not. So we can't judge a website directly. We have an entire process by which we are judging, and ethical hackers are helping companies in becoming secure. They will be telling what all are the weaknesses in their system, how they can patch it, and how they can mitigate these problems. Is my voice not coming?
You are
No, it's
audible.
clear.
Sir.
Yeah, all clear. You can see.
Okay. All right.
Clear.
Okay. So now let's talk about type of hackers. So we have white hats, black hats, gray hats, script kiddies, and hacktivists. We have more types of hackers as well. We have frackers also. We have state-sponsored hackers also. Now let's discuss each one of them. So firstly, let's see who are white hat hackers. They are the ethical hackers who are doing hacking with a good mindset. So these people are helping companies in becoming more secure and robust. Then we have black hat hackers. Can anyone just tell me like what do you feel a black hat hacker does?
Phishing.
There's malicious hackers
Accepting the data.
Okay.
which causes system.
Indeed, unethically
Um,
what and all we can done to destroy them or a website.
okay. Yeah. So a black hat hacker is a person who is doing hacking with a bad mindset. For example, if I am a hacker and now I am becoming very selfish, I am seeing that okay, if I will take advantage of this flaw, then I will be able to get money in crores. So black hat hacker is somebody who is doing hacking without any permission for selfish desires. Okay, or for some malicious reasons. Maybe he wants to steal the data and wants to sell that onto dark web. Okay, so they have a bad mindset. That's why they are the black hats. Okay. Then we have gray hats. So a gray hat, okay. So many number of times when I ask my students who is a gray hat hacker, they say a hacker who sometimes acts as white and sometimes acts as black. How many of you are here who feels that this is the correct definition of a gray hat hacker? Please raise your hands. Okay. Okay. All right. See, gray hat hackers, they are actually good hackers. Okay. But now let's say because of some carelessness or some foolishness, they have hacked something which they should not do. Then they are gray hat hackers because their intention is not negative, but because of the testing or how they are working is somewhat not entirely white. So they are gray hat hackers. All right. Yeah. Then we have script keys.
Could you repeat that one? Gray
Yeah,
attacker.
sure. Yeah. So gray hat hackers are the people whose intention is not bad. Okay, so they are not selfish. But now let's say if I am a white hat hacker and if one company has given me some scope to test on, okay, So without having a proper scope, we being hackers, we can't do anything. So now let's say if I have a proper SLA, I have a proper agreement, company has stated that you need to test only onto this target. And I am hunting in my flow. Okay. And I am trying to hunt onto those targets as well, which are not the part of scope. So it's one of the scenario, like where I am a gray hat now. Even though my intentions are correct, but I am not following the proper scope. And I am trying to exploit something for which I don't have permission to do. Then I am a gray hat hacker. Okay. Understood now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Got it.
Then we have script kiddies. So script kiddies, they are the people who are newbies in the cyber world. They do not know how to create their own scripts. Okay. But they are using a lot of scripts which are written by the existing hackers or which are written by somebody else. So they are the newbies who are learning and they are using the things, they are using exploits, they are using tools, but they're not much aware like how that thing is working properly. So sometimes they may cause harm to the system because they're not aware of the things properly. Yeah. And we like earlier we used to call script kiddies as green hat hackers also, but now I don't see that term anywhere. So we have script kiddies. Okay, so they are the newbies. Then
Like
we have
us.
yeah. Please go ahead, Manish.
Yeah, like us who are
Yeah,
learning.
so yeah, everybody who starts like now let's say even when I started also I used to uh, run a lot of exploits, used to do anything which I even don't know what I used to do. So I was a script kiddie that. Yeah.
Right,
Okay. So now you have to become a white hat hacker from being a script kiddie. Journey from a script kiddie to white hat hacker.
right.
Yeah. So somebody will think I want to become black hat. No, they are illegal people, okay? Black hats. Okay. Then we have hacktivist. So who will tell me what is a hacktivist? You all might be listening news every time the war is happening. What are these activists?
More of activist like
No, they targeted that opponent enemy countries, enemy country infrastructures, power infrastructure, dam infrastructures, like that, right? They
Uh,
act that the particular infrastructure and then damage that one. They taken their control and then they are playing with us. This is all right.
okay. Hacktivists are the hackers who have means they have any agenda or motivation, like or any motive, let's say any political motivation or or any different type of agenda for hacking. They are hacktivists. So you all are correct here. So they have some political agenda or motivation for doing the hacking stuff. Right? Okay.
Hi, hello.
So we have yes.
Yeah. Then what can be the difference between the black hat and the activist?
Yeah, so see, so hacktivists, okay, so hacktivists are the people who have some agenda, might be, so it is a possibility that they are doing it for a good thing, right?
Okay.
So here I stated they have any motivation or any agenda. I am not stating that it's negative one or it's a bad thing.
Achha, so
So
it
it's
can be
a
either positive or a
generic agenda.
negative.
Yeah, so it can be either positive or negative.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. But black hats, they're always negative, like their color.
Yeah, yeah, got that.
Yes. Okay. Now let's talk about ethical hacking phases. Okay. So they are the steps followed by each and every hacker whenever they are hacking any system. So, like directly seeing a site or directly seeing any application, we can't tell if it's vulnerable or not. We have to we have to gather some information before that. So they are the main five phases, which every hacker is going through whenever they are doing hacking. The first phase is reconnaissance. Reconnaissance is information gathering. Okay. So we are trying to gather as much information which we can about the target. For example, if my target is abc.com, okay, so let's say we have an imaginary company abc.com. If this is my target, now firstly, I shall be trying to understand how many people are working in the company. I will also be checking, okay, where the company is based out in, what are their main services, where are their headquarters. If I have 50 employees in the company, can I collect email ID of all the people? If I am collecting email IDs of all the people, am I able to collect their phone numbers also? So, in reconnaissance, we are trying to gather as much information about our target. Okay? And this reconnaissance is mainly of two types. And this question I will ask from you. We have active and we have passive recon. Okay? So, who will tell me what is an active and what is an passive recon?
Added
I have
information along with the requirement.
Okay, so let me be more easy with my question. I have to gather information. Okay. I have two ways of information gathering. One is active information gathering, second is passive. Yeah. Now tell me.
So my requirement is to collect the email IDs. If I get along with email IDs, the phone numbers also, that is going to be passive one.
So active is with the target knowing about that we are collecting, and passive is the target doesn't know about we are collecting the information.
Okay. Yeah.
Active is constantly looking for the information which I need, like email ID, phone number, and other details. Passive is like, I'm not actively looking for it, but indirectly I got some sort of information.
Okay. Yeah. So active, passive. Active means when you are directly interacting with the target. For example, if let's say there is a person, I want to know his information. I am directly asking him, sir, you please tell me your name. That is active information gathering, where I am directly interacting with the target. Passive is I am asking his wife or his kids that you please tell me name of this person. So that is passive. In passive, you are collecting information from a lot of third party sources and your target is not aware of that. But in active, you are directly interacting with your target. Okay. And in reconnaissance, we need to know both the methods well, active and passive. In passive, we will be collecting info from a lot of third party sources available online. Internet is having plenty of data. Okay. But the thing is how you are searching for that. Everybody is on internet. It is very easy to find anyone online. So, and it's very simple method also. There are a lot of critical vulnerabilities in the system which we can find just by passive recon. For example, let's say we have an application. Okay, its source code is deployed onto GitHub, and like when we are gathering the information, we have found out that onto GitHub applications, like there are a lot of pages hosted. So we are analyzing the source code. If it's an open source application, we can find like how the logic is working. We can even see if there are any hard coded passwords or email IDs or usernames or not. Now let's say if you have find out some hard coded information and that information is active, okay, then it's a critical problem which is graded as P1, priority 1. So vulnerabilities are divided on the basis of priorities P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. All right. If you have found something and that something is very critical, and if you are able to log in and get access of the system by that, then means this is a very um, good and easy vulnerability to find, and you can get a big bounty also for this. So this reconnaissance phase is very important because firstly we try to look for low hanging fruits and low hanging vulnerabilities. All right. Okay. Then we have active. But see, there is one problem with the passive recon. It is a possibility. It's a possibility that we may not be getting the exact, the accurate information. For example, let's say in a company, we have a lot of services running. Okay. When we are doing active recon, we can come to know if they are still running or not. But in passive, maybe like there is some outdated information stored onto the tools which we will be using. Somebody is having any doubt?
Yes.
Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah, I would like to know. You just stated that when an information is, how can I say, hard coded, that that is considered as active or passive information.
That is passive.
Reconnaissance.
Yeah, that is
Passive.
passive. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
understood.
because the source code of the application is on to GitHub. Okay, and if you
Yeah.
are checking GitHub repo, then who will come to know you are checking it? And we are not
Right.
directly interacting with the target. We are only seeing, we are just checking if it's having any sensitive info or not, and if we will find, we will report it to the application owner or to the concerned person whom we have to. Right? So it's a passive. Okay.
Okay, understood. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have scanning. Now let's say I have find out that there is one application which is using which is using Microsoft Windows 7 as the operating system. Okay. Now I came to scanning phase. When I scanned that OS, I came to know that there is a critical vulnerability in the operating system and I can exploit it. Okay. Now in the third phase, now when I came to know, see, in the scanning phase, I came to know what all were the open critical services, what all were the services which were filtered, but later we could find out what were they. We are also searching for weakness in the scanning phase. We
So I
are
have a
becoming
question.
active. Yes,
So for scanning, do we have to have direct interaction, or are there any other
direct
ways?
interaction.
Direct.
Yeah,
Okay.
scanning is active. This is always active.
Okay.
Okay. So, see, yeah, somebody is saying something. Okay. So in this scanning, we are basically scanning two things, network, and we are scanning system for the vulnerabilities. If I say we are scanning networks, we are looking for critical and sensitive ports, services running, version of the services, the operating system details. Yeah, somebody is asking something. Yes, we are looking for open ports also. That is what in network scanning we do. So here we use a lot of tools. Okay. So some companies, they are using a lot of automated tools. Some companies want their employees to do manual scanning, like where they are manually hunting and checking for the flaws. Okay. So when we will come on to the scanning phase, we will learn both automated and manual approach. In automated scanning, you might have heard of tools like Nessus, Qualys, Nikto, Zap. There are some of the common scanning tools. We have Burp Suite also. Burp Suite is used for both manual and automated pen testing or hacking or testing, whatever we are doing. Okay. Then now let's say I got to know that system is having some flaw. Now I will try to get the access, that is gaining access. Then I will try to maintain the access. Okay, so that because now if I am in the system, I will try to increase my permissions. I will try to become stable in the system so that I can steal whatsoever I want to, or I can do whatsoever I want to do. So I will try to maintain my access in the system. And then at the end, I will be clearing the tracks. I will be deleting all the footprints or all the things which could give the defense person clue that I am in the system. We have a lot of ways, we have a lot of approaches and tools for all the phases. For a con phase also, for scan phase also, for gaining access also, maintaining access also, and for clearing the tracks also. Okay. Yes. So now let's see the first thing, that is footprinting. We call it as recon also. Okay, so many number of times we will be using the terms footprinting with recon. So this is the information gathering phase. All right. Now you all just see here footprinting or recon methodology. Now just see here, if I am telling you footprinting or information gathering through search engines, we have a lot of methods. We have advanced Google hacking techniques. We have Google hacking database. We have a lot of search engines as well. Okay. So now here, if I'm just telling you, it's my one second, I'm sharing some different screen. Can you see my Firefox?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now if I'm talking about information gathering through search engines, so we have a lot of search engines for information gathering. Okay, so we have Yahoo. So you all might have used Yahoo. We have Bing. We have AOL. We have DuckDuckGo. We are having Bharat search engine. We have QMamu. So this search engine, if you have not used, I'm just showing you. So this is Indian search engine. Okay. So just like QMamu, we have Bharat search engine also. We have Baidu also. So let me just show you. Baidu is a Chinese search engine. This. Okay. Then we have Yandex, which is a Russian search engine. So we have a lot of search engines. Okay. And different search engines may give us some different information about the target, because the way they are doing indexing is a bit different. All right. Now we have one search engine, that is Shodan, which we call as Google for hackers. Okay. So now let's come to Shodan. So this Shodan is known as Internet of Everything. Okay. So how many of you have used Shodan earlier? Please tell me. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. So this Shodan, okay, that's great. So this Shodan is basically, it's a search engine for Internet of Connected Devices. So whether we have servers, we have web cameras, we have routers, IoT devices, SCADA system, we can search for the information onto Shodan. So this will not assure that you will get be getting 100% data for sure, but what this Shodan is doing, this Shodan will, so like how this tool is working, this is scanning entire internet 24/7 and will be collecting all the IPs and devices which are publicly accessible and will be storing that information in its database. Okay, so you can just search here for a lot of public IP cameras or web cameras. So now if I am going to show you some of the things, let's say we have opened Epson. Okay, so here we are seeing a lot of IPs where either description or in URL or in banner, there is the word Epson. So now we can just copy and check these IPs. And we can see if we will get something sensitive or not. So we are not sure if we will be able to see anything, but let's try. Yes. Yeah, somebody is saying something?
Yeah, what is the purpose of this search engine? What you are trying to do here, ma'am?
Yeah, okay. So with help of Shodan, we can just look for a lot of open web cameras. We can look for a lot of printers which are open. See, many number of times what happens is, let's say, if you have to hunt onto one target, let's say Dell. Okay, Dell. Dell or HP. So let's say if you are taking HP, so HP, yeah, so HP is building a lot of servers also, a lot of like a lot of computers also. HP is even building printers. Okay, now let's say we have, like, when we are scrolling through Shodan, we have got that there are a lot of printers of HP which we can access by default ID and password. So it's one of the scenario. Then we can report that vulnerability directly to HP and they will be making the necessary patches. So whatsoever devices are connected over the internet, information of those devices we can search onto Shodan. Maybe some information we can search over here. Okay, so we can, so like now let's say if you have any IP address, so with the help of Shodan, we can even check like this IP belongs to which organization, or what are the open ports there, what are the vulnerabilities which could be there. So that thing we can search via Shodan. Okay, so now see, there are a lot of use cases of Shodan. The first thing is when we talk about security testing and auditing, where we can identify publicly exposed vulnerable devices. So, see, there was one company with the name TrendNet. Okay, so this company TrendNet, they create a lot of IP cameras. All right. So like this is a company who are the manufacturer of a lot of routers and IP cameras. And in year 2022, I found that there were a lot of IP cameras which I was able to access just by adding default ID and password. So this was the problem in the operating system. By default, what should happen? The moment you are connected to the device for the first time, you have to reset ID and password. So this was the problem with the operating system, that it was not telling users to change ID and password the moment they were connected to it. And that's why anybody across the globe could access those IP cameras, which could have a lot of sensitive information, right? So, see, now in the banks, for example, in the ICICI Bank, they are using Hikvision cameras. Okay, so they are using Hikvision cameras as a CCTV camera. Now, for example, there are a lot of people who went to the bank and let's say they are taking gold loan or something sensitive is happening in the bank. Now, let's say if there is a group of hackers who have came to know that in the Hikvision camera, which is used by a lot of banks, okay, so they have tried hunting and they have found out that they could access the camera by only entering default ID password admin, and they can have the entire view of the bank, like what's happening. So that's why we need to check for the information onto Shodan also. Are you understanding? We are doing vulnerable asset discovery, like where vulnerabilities could be there. We are hunting for the devices. Yeah, please tell me. Is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it's clear.
Okay. So now I would like to show you some of the IPs which I found from Shodan. Okay. Let's see if this IP is still active or not. Can you see? So this is one publicly accessible IP camera. Okay. And this, can you see? So this is not an image. Can you see this is moving, right? So this is the live view of the camera. We don't have the admin access because we don't have ID and password, but we are able to see this. So this is one of the example. See, now this IP address I found from Shodan. When I was randomly searching for web cameras, I searched for a lot of companies which are creating IP cameras. One was this webcam XP5. So when I checked for it, I got a lot of links. So here, if I'm just showing you, this is my Shodan. And here, if we are doing, can you see that we can see a lot of links which could take us to different consoles or pages of the IP cameras. So you can just check it out here.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it possible while we are searching on this website, Shodan, we might also end up compromising our data?
No. See, see, generally, I have not heard any cases where by scrolling Shodan, your data is compromised.
Sometime what happen is we click on some sort
Yes,
of
this
links and
can happen. Yeah, so what you can do is you can even check the validity of URL onto virus total or URL scan.io. If that is safe, you can access it. Right? But generally, like I have used Shodan many number of times, but it's all safe. But still
yeah,
we
just
should not
question.
trust anything. Yeah. You just check for the IPs. Let's say this is the IP. You go to virus total. So like we are taking this URL only. Let's go to virus total. So it is also one of the open source tool which we can use to check the reputation of IPs, URLs, or any file hashes. So let's come to URL, paste here, and let's check if it's vulnerable or not. Okay, and you will come to know that you can access it or not. All right. Yeah. Okay. Now, for example, you want to know the detailed information like this IP address. If we are having, then this IP belongs to which place. So we have one more great tool, that is Census. This is also for information gathering. Okay, so let it load. So we have a lot of tools. For everything, we have a lot of tools. But the main thing is you have to learn how we have to use it. So now if I'm just searching for this 184.57.102.6, we can see that this IP belongs to this place. Okay. And we can even know more information that here the server uses XAMPP server. And here we can just see PHP 7.2.29 version is being used. For the backend OS, it's using Microsoft Windows. Okay. So now in the recon phase, we try to gather as much information we can, because the better is a recon, more smoother it will be for us to move on to next phases. Recon can be boring because you may find like, what is this? We are just uh, getting this data, but this is very important. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now, just like this, we can even search for a lot of printers or a lot of different things as well on to Shodan. Can just explore it. Okay. So till now, like if you all are having any questions, you can just let me know.
Ma'am, actually, through this website, we are trying to figure it out. What are the vulnerabilities are there, right, ma'am?
Yeah, we are seeing, like, because see, by chance it is a, because it's a possibility, maybe the OS version used by the IP cameras belonging to some sensitive organization, maybe it's vulnerable. So we are checking whether that information is accessible over public web or not. Okay, so that's why we are using it, right? And you can even try exploring a lot of filters in Shodan, because I'll tell you, Shodan is very good tool. You all should learn Shodan. No matter if you are finding it boring also, still it's very helpful for all of you. Okay? You just
Is
try
it
explore it. There are, yeah, yes, you're saying something?
is it open source?
Yeah, it's an open source tool. Okay? Yeah. So there are a lot of cheat sheets available online for Shodan. Go there, try to explore. A lot of filters are there, try them. And if you love this tool, because see, normally you will be getting only 2 to 3 page long search. But since I am having lifetime membership of Shodan, so I can access unlimited pages also. If you like Shodan, you can even purchase the membership. That's up to you.
One question.
Yes.
जैसे कि कोई आईपी है या अपन यूआरएल चेक करते हैं, तो
Okay.
वायरस टोटल के ऊपर हम उसकी सेवर्टी किस लेवल तक का मतलब अपन लोग हार्मफुल मानते हैं, और किस लेवल तक का मतलब कि वो चलेगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, सेवर्टी लेवल क्या
देखो,
हो सकता है?
या मैं आपको बताती हूँ। लेट्स से अगर वायरस टोटल पर हमारे पास 1 भी आ जाते हैं ना सस्पिशियस, तो हम उसको मलिशियस से मार्क करते हैं, राइट? मतलब
अभी क्या है कि मेरे पास एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के अंदर एक वेलॉक्स नाम का सिक्योर आईटी करके वेलॉक्स ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने एंटीवायरस डाला है एंड पॉइंट डिवाइस के लिए, ठीक है। और एक हमारे पास क्या होता है कि वहां पे पेन ड्राइव के अंदर शॉर्टकट्स और बहुत सारी जो फाइलें जो वो हिडन होके किसी एक पर्टिकुलर सेल्फ जो आपका यूएसबी स्टिक है उसके नाम का एक फोल्डर क्रिएट करता है और उसके अंदर वो कंटेंट डाल देता है, ठीक है। डॉट वीबीएस की एक फाइल बन रही है, डॉट बैट फाइल बन रही है, और इटसेल्फ उसी के अंदर डाल के वो हिडन कर देता है। और डेटा आपका बाहर से लगेगा कि हाँ यूएसबी के अंदर डेटा है, लेकिन इन साइड में आपको दिखेगा नहीं। तो उसका सॉल्यूशन उनके पास से नहीं मिला। इवन कि उसको फिर मैंने अपलोड करके जिप फोल्डर को अपलोड करके मैंने वायरस टोटल के ऊपर उनको दिखाया कि ये वल्नरेबल है, आप इसको एक्सेप्ट करिए कि आपका एंटीवायरस काम नहीं कर रहा। अब उसके ऊपर उन्होंने फिर मेरे को ये जवाब दिया कि हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन क्या है 50-70 को मतलब कि 50-70 तक मतलब हमारा एंटीवायरस काम करता है, उसके नीचे नहीं। तो मेरे ख्याल से तो 570 तक का जो हो सकता है उसको चलो वो एक तरीके से चलेबल है, लेकिन उसके ऊपर का तो मुश्किल है। कहने के लिए तो कहने के लिए तो सिंगल सेवर्टी भी मतलब कि ठीक नहीं है।
Yeah, okay. I guess, Shambhu sir, that question I can address later on of yours, because I guess many of them, they are not understanding the language.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
no
So
issue, no issue, no issue.
firstly, we will be completing the objective, like some of the more things, and then you can ask. Okay.
No issue, no issue.
All right. Okay. Now you all just see. So now this is OSINT framework. So here we have a lot of open source tools which you can use for information gathering. So here, if I'm just showing you the tools for gathering info of usernames. We have a lot of username search engines. And let's say we have one tool, what's my name? So you simply have to give the username of the person, and this will be trying to fetch the information about it. Whatsoever social media profiles the tool can search for, it will be giving you. So we have a lot of open source tools like this available. So now let's say, okay. So can any one of you just give me your username or any Insta name or any name? We can just check it out here. Yes, okay. Wiki.rathor07. Okay. See, maybe so sometimes these open source tools may give wrong information also, or it's also possible that this username is already taken by somebody else for some different website. Okay, so let's take curtains, confirm. Okay, so meanwhile, this tool is loading here. I will take you to Sherlock also because Sherlock is still fast. It's a CLI based. Okay, so here can you see? So this tool is searching for this username onto. So it has find out onto GDB browser, onto know your meme, Snapchat, Pillow Fort, OpenStreetMap. So let's check out this know your meme. Okay, so is this you? I don't know. Maybe there will be some other person with the same username. It's a possibility. Okay. So now whatsoever person's name, whatsoever username this is able to search for. And see, this is having its own database where there are certain list of social media sites and it will be checking only onto those. Okay. So this is one limitation with this open source tool. All right. So you can just check it out and see, explore this tool and find out the information about usernames. We can even check what things were false positive. We can even open all the links together. We can do proceed and that thing also we can do. All right. So I don't know what's this for gaming. Maybe I may not be the person is this. All right. But we have one tool which is better than this. It is Sherlock. It is very simple. You simply have to give your username and then so just give the tool name Sherlock and give the username. Press enter and this will automatically be telling you wherever your sites could be, wherever your profiles might be existing. Okay, so can anyone just give the username? So let's try on to the same one, Wiki Rathor. Okay. So now firstly, I'm working auto installation of the tool. You simply have to give the tool name and then install the package. Okay. So till now, like if you all are having any questions, you can ask me. Any doubts, anyone?
Can you just brief me out the tools and why we are using that tools? Just little brief.
Okay.
Because
Alright.
side by side now I'm writing down, so I miss it out two more tool, consist and one more again. So can you
Yeah.
brief?
So yes. So we saw census. We saw Shodan. Okay. We checked on to what's my name app. We checked virus total. So we have urlscan.io. Yes. All right then. So I hope you all have enjoyed this session. If you want to leave, you can. Okay. Thank you, everybody. See you all tomorrow at the same time. And we will be learning about password cracking techniques tomorrow. Okay. So those who
Yes.
want to
Hello.
leave, you can.
Yeah. Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah, this is Kunal. Our session is for only 1 hour daily.
Yes. Yes. So everyday session will be of 1 hour, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay. 3 days, right?
We
Yes,
have
yes.
for
I think the few people enrolled for workshop, so it's for 1 hour daily.
okay. Fine then. So any questions for me? If no
What is
question,
total
then even I
duration?
am. Yeah.
Total duration of the course.
Yeah. So Utkarsh sir can answer you well. So Utkarsh
Uh,
sir,